Can the First Secretary tell us this? Where the extra £1 billion announced today is going to come from?
Look, that £1 billion will come from a magic money tree that Theresa May is planting with her spells. Or it can come from the La La Land that billionaire Boris lives in. Or it can come from further cutting of the NHS to a point where it's better off being privatized, and cutting fundings for other public services like social care, police and emergency departments, and blaming Sadiq Khan for it when he got nothing to do with it. And of course by cutting benefits for disabled people to a point where they would have to live off our charity.
During the election, he was fond of telling interviewers that there was no magic money tree. So what has happened today? Has he found the key to the secret garden? Or is the truth that, like everything else that this government says and does, it can all be ditched if it helps them to hang on to power?
Whoa, they have ditched everything they already said, mate. The Conservatives never stuck to the standards lately. No one wants to join them because they know it's a risky and unwise move. The DUP will join them to take money from England and transfer it to Northern Ireland for their own good. Everyone knows that the DUP has history of terrorism. They are homophobic. They want to criminalize women who seek abortion. They want to bring back death penalty, and they want to force their religious beliefs upon children in schools. Doing a coalition with the DUP will prove how desperate the Conservative Party is to hang on to power regardless of the cost.
No matter the bedfellows, no matter what the manifesto said, no matter where the money comes from, no matter the unfairness for the rest of Britain, and no matter the consequences for peace, that, Mr. Speaker, is no way to lead a government, and it is definitely no way to run a country.
Yeah, even if it means violating the peace process in Northern Ireland and starting beef, the Conservatives will do a coalition with them anyway to hang on to power.
She asks, of course, about how we can afford this. We can afford this because we have a strong economy after 7 years of Conservative government.
Yeah, strong economy. That's why the UK is in $2 trillion debt. And you're cutting fundings for all public services, such as NHS, social care, primary schools, fundings for the police, emergency departments and the army, putting the future of our country at a risk.
It takes some nerve for a party which had tens of billions of pounds of unfunded commitments at the election to complain about targeted infrastructure spending and spending specifically designed to help some of the most deprived communities in this country.
You talk about spending money to help deprived people in the UK, but why do the statistics show that poverty and homelessness increased by 120% while the Conservative government was in power compared to when Labour government was in power?
The party opposite also had a pledge to nationalise half of British industry, and they said that wasn't going to cost any money because although they would borrow the money, that didn't count as borrowing because they would pay it back out of the profits of the industry. So I've got two things to say to the Right Honourable Lady. First of all, if you borrow money, it's still borrowing. And secondly, after 6 months of a Labour government running an industry, there wouldn't be any profits to pay back any of the borrowing.
Keep talking rubbish, Bodie. We know you're lying. That's what you call a coward politician. Bringing back history, something that happened long time ago, to defend and justify their wrongdoings that they're committing right now. There are some good politicians in the Conservative Party, but majority of them are greedy, money-hungry and coward politicians, such as this man right here speaking in the Parliament.